Hi guys, my name is Gitanjali and you are watching Gitanjali Chats. Today I'm going to tell you about how to get your SIN number as a student and how to open your bank account and activate your GIC account in Canada. Before we start the video, I would request you to like, share, subscribe to my channel. And I hope this video is valuable and you get a lot of information that you will be able to use once you land in Canada. I know that a lot of people come here on student visa and they struggle with these things. So I thought I'll record my journey. It's third May today, and I got my SIN number and bank account done both in just one day. So I will take you through the whole journey, and I hope you find this video really valuable. So stay tuned. So, guys, first things first, SIN number is basically social insurance number that the Canadian government gives to people who can work in Canada. Anybody who has, work permit will get a SIN number. So when you are a student, you are eligible to work for 20 hours a week, and that's why you need the SIN number. Another thing is the SIN number is a very, very confidential number. You should never, ever, ever share it with anybody. Only your employer can have your SIN number. That's because they need it for their procedures and sending your salary and all of that. So that's another thing why it's very important. And SIN number is also important when you want to go and get your bank account done. Okay, I know that all of you students, you all have applied for a GIC. You all have $10,000 in that account, and to access that account, you need to open a bank account. So there's a savings account, there's a checking account. For that, you will need your SIN number. So it's extremely important that you come to Canada and you make getting your SIN number and bank account your priority. Now, how can you get a SIN number? You basically have two ways of getting a SIN number. One is you can apply online. Second is making an appointment and going to your nearest Service Canada Center. I actually applied online first, but my SIN number application got rejected. I'll tell you why. So today I actually went to the Service Canada Center and I got it in person. It was a very, very quick process. It took me like 15 minutes to get my SIN number. Now, coming to online, is it advisable, not advisable? I'll tell you that. When I came to Canada, I stayed in hotel for 3 days in quarantine, and then I booked a place for 19 days. I decided I'll use my rental agreement for those 19 days to get my SIN number. When you apply online, you need three things. The first one is your passport. That's your primary identification document. The second one, that's your secondary identification document. That is your study permit. And the third one is your address proof. Now, I think in the address proof, you can use your rental agreement, you can use telephone bill and all of that. I did have my telephone bill, but I did not know if that document is acceptable or not. So that's why I decided to use my rental agreement. So I filled up a form online. I uploaded these three documents and I said submit and I kept waiting. Now, an online application, they say on the website that it takes around 20 days for them to kind of generate a SIN and send it back to you on your postal address that you've provided at the time of application. I kept waiting. After, I think, 9 days, I got something in my mail and I was very happy that, yay, my SIN number is done. But my application got rejected because they said the address proof is not valid. So I was a little confused about why is it so. So I just called up the Service Canada Center and I told them that this has happened and I have a valid address proof. Then they told me that they need 3 weeks. They need, basically the address has to be in your name for 3 weeks, and mine was only 19 days. It was just like 2 or 3 days over 3 weeks, and they said they were not sure if I'd still be living in that place if they send the SIN number to me by post. That's why they rejected it. Now the next thing is, a lot of you guys don't know about it, but my COVID sample actually got stolen. It's a funny story, I know. What happens is when you come to Canada, I mean, the rules have obviously changed now. Now that the flights are not landing from India, it will be different. But what happened with me is, when you come to Canada, you do a test at the airport, right? And after that, you get your results. Then you go to your next place of quarantine, whatever you book, like an Airbnb or a rental. So you go there, and on day 10, you have to take another test. And I took that test, and that has to be taken at home. It's like a home sample collecting kit that they give to you at the airport. So you open that on day 10 and collect your sample. I did that. I sealed the package. I put it on my patio. And on day 14, I was waiting for my result, and I did not get my result. So I called up the agency which is kind of responsible for doing these tests. It's called Switch Health. They told me, okay, we did not receive your sample yet. So I said, fine. And apparently, my sample got stolen, and my quarantine was extended for another week. So I couldn't really go out and get my SIN number. So when I called up the Service Canada guys, they said, okay, this is a different extraordinary situation. And we understand that an appointment is necessary, because I did not have a place to go to. I did not have a permanent address. So they said, okay, fine, let's do this. That's when I got an appointment. So, yeah, one is, if you apply online, you make sure that you have the address proof in your name for at least 3 weeks. Then it'll be sorted. You don't have to go anywhere. They'll send a letter to you. Okay. And make sure you have access to the mailbox also, because if it's in the owner's name and the keys are not there, you'll be like struggling to find your papers. So make sure you have access to that. Another way of doing it is actually just walking into the Service Canada Center. If you walk in, what happens is they will ask you for your passport, they will ask you for your study permit. Yeah, just 2 documents. And they will give you a chit where you have to write down your mother's name, your father's name, and your address where you are staying right now. So, because they generate this in number right away and give it to you. So that's a more convenient way of doing it. Today, when I went there, I had an appointment. They asked me if I have an appointment. I said yes. So I was quickly, sent to counter number 1, where they asked me for my passport and my study permit. Then they sent me to counter number 2, where they again asked me for my passport, study permit, and that chit that they gave to me, where I filled up my parents' names and the address. Just a few checks here and there. Is the spelling of your name right? Is the address that you've provided right? And on the spot, they printed out the SIN number and gave it to me. And after that, I took that and I went straight to Scotiabank to get my GIC account done. So, guys, I know a lot of people must have told you that you need an appointment to go to Scotiabank or any bank and get your GIC account, activated and get your savings account and all of that. But I did not do that. I literally just walked into the nearest branch that was available near Service Canada. The good part is I made sure I go early in the morning, because usually there's no rush. When I went, I was the only customer over there, and it was around 10:20 or something when I went there. So make sure you complete all these things, early in the morning when there are very few people around. Once you go inside, I'm going to talk about Scotiabank. I'm not sure how CIBC works, but I'm sure it's something similar. So yeah. So what you do is you basically keep your passport ready, and you go to the info desk, and you tell them that I'm here to activate my student GIC account. They will ask you for your passport. They will fill in the details, and they already have all the details. Once they enter your passport number, and they'll confirm if this is your name and this is your date of birth and all of that. After that, you will be sent. Somebody will come and tell you that, okay, follow me. So you just follow them, and you just kind of keep confirming whatever they ask you for. Now, what are the documents that you will need? I literally did not really need any documents as such. I only needed my passport and my study permit and my SIN number. Just 3 things. They might also ask you for your home address. I told them that I do have my home address, but I did not have a printout of my lease contract. They said that's not a problem, and I just told them I'll mail it to them later. So what happens is they will do these checks, and they will help you open your savings account. They will help you open your checking account. They will help you get your credit card, and they will also ask you if you want, insurance and other add-ons. What I did was I got my savings, I got my checkings, I got my credit card where the annual fee was zero, and I got the cashback type card. So there are two cards available for students. One is movie card and the second is cashback cards. Now, because it's COVID and all, the movie card is like literally of no use. So I asked them for a cashback card. In the cashback card also there are two types of cards. One is where you have to pay $39 actually annually, and you get more cash back. And the second one is it's a free card and like zero annual fee, and you get a little less cash back, like literally half the cash back. But because I'm a student, I don't have a job yet. I told them, listen, give to me everything that is free. Don't ask me for more money. So, but if you are totally into cashbacks and rewards, you can actually go for the $39 card. It's I think it is pretty good. As soon as I get a job, I'm going to upgrade. So if you are like a fanatic, please go for it. About the savings account, the difference between savings and checkings account. The checking account is the account that you will use for your day-to-day transactions. Okay, like if you want to make payments, if you want to receive payments, the checking account is used. But if you want to use your account to park your money aside, you don't want to touch that amount. Okay, then you put that in your savings account. Never touch it. Now, what happens is the savings account will earn you interest, but that interest is literally like nothing. It's like hardly, not even 1%. It's absolutely useless. But I still like the idea of a savings account, but because you will be parking your funds, and later when you require it, maybe for paying your fees, or maybe if you want to save up for a trip, or if you want to send the money to your house, to your home, like for me it's India, then you can use that savings account. It's a great idea for saving money. About the credit card, I've told you. About savings checking, I've told you. Now, the insurance cover of the credit card is pretty awesome, but there is a charge. And I don't exactly remember the charge, but it was every month you'll have to pay for every $100 spent, you have to pay some, one and a half, $2, something like that. I would say stay away from it. You don't need it right away, because as a student, you will get a $500 limit per month, $500 limit per month, and that is enough. And I suggest that you should use your credit card whenever possible till that 500 limit is achieved, and you should make sure that you pay back whatever your bill is within 21 days, the grace period that you get. So that is because it will help you build your credit history, which is very important when you move ahead in your lives in this country, when you build your lives. For example, you want to buy a house or you want to buy a car, they will check your credit history. So that's very important. So please do that. Now, what happens is once they set up your account, they will immediately transfer $2,000 from your GIC account to your savings account, and rest of the money you will get in installments. Okay, I'm getting 12 installments in 12 equal installments. I think with CIBC it's 8 installments because they give $1,000. But with Scotia you will get around $667. It's funny because I made my GIC account. I funded it in I think July, and on $10,000 I literally got like 97 cents as interest, which is pretty funny because what is 97 cents? So yeah, but you do get that interest. So I have $2,000 plus 97 cents today in my account. I feel rich. And every month I will now start getting 667, which I can use for my expenses. Okay, so I think I've told you everything now. If you have any questions about this, please let me know, and please like, share, subscribe to my channel, and in the comment section I'm happy to help anybody and everybody who is facing any problems. So yeah, that's it for today. Have a good day, and I will see you soon with another useful video. about life in Canada.